Oh, it's an interesting day today. So, for the first time since December, today we will lose daylight hours. Summer solstice this morning, 9 a.m. And we are going to lose 1 second of daylight. So, for Alaskans, it's kind of like a mental signal or a natural signal to get stuff ready. Even though it seems like we just came out of winter, we are getting ready to go back into it again. Might save these. I could probably do something with these. So yeah, we're going to lose 1 second of daylight. I want to get this out of here. I burn all the wood scraps because I want to get my stupid table out of the middle of the driveway. I start pulling my truck in, and then I can park over here and open up the front of the property a bit. Just kind of like a kindling box. It was Father's Day, and had a bunch of people reach out and wish me a happy Father's Day, which was super cool. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Got to talk with my oldest daughter. I'm talking with the youngest one later on. She's got, I think, a craft fair she's going to with her mom today, so she's been getting into that. I think I'm just going to continue with the same thing that I was doing yesterday. Except I'm going to start grabbing some poles, throw those up on the sawbuck, and check this out over there. Throw those up on the sawbuck and start getting those chopped up as well. I got from Jason Elaine over at Alaska Freedom. Jay sent me a message. He's selling his log splitter, and it's the same one that Todd has because he's going to get a bigger one. So I'm buying the log splitter from him. He's only had it for a couple of years. The guy is meticulous on maintenance, so I think it's it's basically brand new. He says he's got like 40 hours on it total, so I'm going to swing by probably this week and pick that up from him so I can start splitting up these bigger logs. But yeah, today's pretty much the same thing as it was before. Get some stuff cleaned up. I'm going to go walk down and take a look at the garden, make sure everything looks peaceful down there. I do that more than anything just to be able to look at the garden. But I just watched Eric and Ariel's Simple Living Alaska, and for those that have known me for a while, they know I've been watching that channel religiously for a long time. And her garden just blows my mind. It just amazes me how good her garden is. And I'm going to make an actual effort this year to really up my gardening game for next year. So I'm going to get a lot more aggressive, I think, with grow lights and stuff in the cabin. Now that I know I can. Now that I know I have the battery storage to pull it off. Right? You think that's a good idea too? Here, come here. What do you got in your mouth? You got wood stuck in your teeth? Open your mouth. Open your mouth. Open. You're okay. Okay. But yeah, let's get busy doing some different stuff. Last night I grilled a steak on the barbecue, picked up in New York, did the steak and potato thing. Didn't really record the video of it, but I'll show you the pictures of it now. It was perfect. I picked out this one that was just absolutely marbled gorgeously. Gorgeous. And all I put on it is kosher salt and coarse ground black pepper on both sides. And then I took the potatoes and cut them about the thickness you would, maybe a little thinner than scallop potatoes. Lay them out, hit them with salt, pepper, olive oil, garlic, and butter. And so I do the potatoes first, and I get them nice and crispy on the bottom, and they're nice and tender on top. It was a screaming good dinner. Anyway, let me get busy. It's raining, pups. I gotta put the saw up for now. I'm not in a hurry to do anything this weekend, if you can't tell. It's not only solstice, but it's Father's Day, so both my daughters gave me a call, which was freaking awesome. I got to speak with my grandkids, did a little video chat. I am just blown away constantly by the differences in the world and everything since my last time living in Alaska. I lived here in 1998, was when I first moved up. And I lived in the interior. I lived in Fairbanks, and my kids were little. I just got divorced, and I used to do Skype with them. I'd help do their homework with Skype, and the video connection was absolutely terrible, but the internet didn't help because the internet wasn't that much better than the programs that were run on it. And now, I can video chat sitting in my front yard just on a cell phone signal. I'm not even using the internet to do it. Just amazing. Anyway, like I said, this is just cruising along. I'm not in a big hurry to get a lot of this done. I still have plenty of time before we get into the bad months, before I start to think about the S word. So I'm probably going to cut off on this and take a walk up to the greenhouse location and start measuring that out. Because even though I'm not going to get anything planted in the greenhouse this year, it would be nice to have it set up and ready to go for next spring. This is really not even put that much of a dent in the pile of logs at all. So when I get the splitter, I'll take the splitter, set it up right here, and then I'll just split all this stuff up, and it'll go straight from the pile here, split right into the shed. But yeah, that's a substantial stack. And like I said, I really haven't put much of a dent into that wood pile at all yet. Come here. You want to go up with me and see where we're going to put the greenhouse? Take you up the kid. Just don't run off on me, silly dog. Let's walk up. Come on. Come on, let's go take them. Okay. Okay. Come on. This way. Come on. Up. Come on. Good Lord, there's a lot of fireweed up here. Nice. All right, puppet, we're gonna need a shovel. We're gonna need a pickaxe. And then we're gonna need to get started. What kind of tree is that? Come on, come on. Good morning, chickens. Oh, ow. A bit of rain last night. And this morning. Hey, go in there. Oh, poor Sean left his window down in the back of the truck. Good girl. You playing? Getting all excited, huh? All right. I need to tweak something on the saw, on the still. I'll show you the problem I had last week. So I went to fire up the steel because I thought it'd be easier to cut through the bulk of those logs with this saw. It's much more powerful than the Husqvarna. And the Husqvarna is great for falling the smaller trees around here, but this still just makes quick work of it. Anyway, I went to pull it to start it, and all of a sudden the cord wouldn't go back. And it snapped the spring that was in there. And when I got done putting everything back together, the cord doesn't go all the way back in. So I might have to shorten that cord up a bit. I've started it up to see if maybe it would tighten itself up after it got started, but no luck. They're super easy to get into. Grab my drill. I don't really have the sockets that are required to do this, but a T25 does the same thing. And I think I'm just gonna maybe shorten that cable up a bit. This is the mechanism inside here. There's a small spring housing, and it won't tighten all the way down. I'm going to take a peek at it and see if I can't get it to maybe suck up another little bit here. I mean, I'm just like that much too much. If you're asking how I wound the new spring back up and into the body of the saw, when you buy it, it actually comes with, it's already wound and it comes with its own cover, so it replaces the cover and everything. My biggest issue was not knowing what model saw I had, because this saw is so old that it's worn out the thing on the side there. But Todd found it yesterday, and I think he said it was an MS 20 or 30. Let's see what it's got here. Oh, MS 260. So it says it right here on the handle. It's an MS 260, but it's a great little saw. Does the job. I can buck up some more logs today. Happy dog. Happy dog. See if I can't rip through most of these logs today. I'm picking up the splitter next weekend, so yeah. Get the radio station going. I love it when I have a sharp chain. Get over there. There we go. I think this is going to do it for cutting today. Mainly, not because it's too hot or anything, but mainly because I don't have any more fuel. And I know I'm going to run out in that saw probably the next 20-30 minutes worth of using it. So I'm going to take Molly into town tomorrow, pick up a few things at the store, and stop off at the orange store and pick up some more fuel. I don't pre-mix my fuel. I buy the 50-to-1 premix stuff. So I've got bar oil, I'm just short on fuel. But that's not a bad start. All the stuff out here needs to be split. All the stuff inside I'm just going to burn as logs. But yeah, put a dent in that pile anyway. Put a good dent in that pile. Nice. Well, it's Sunday and I'm not going to get much more done today, than I got done yesterday. But I had a bit of a change happen here, kind of a life change for me. Not a bad thing, I don't think, in a total scheme of things, but I'll show you what it was. So the chickens are gone. I just had a young couple come over and pick them up. I'd seen some folks on Funny River community group asking if anybody had any chickens or where they can get some. And I was down to 8 birds, so 4 of the Rhode Island Reds and 4 of the Black Australorps. And I enjoyed doing the chickens. I thought it was a wonderful thing to do. I learned a ton and I want to do them again, but I'm not set up to do them right now. So my goal here is I gave the chickens to a nice couple that are going to raise them for eggs too, doing the same thing I did. And I want to clear all this out. And I want to, when I get back into chickens again, I want to actually build a nice coop area, a nice run area that's covered. And I want to build a walk-in coop that I can clean a whole lot easier than this thing was. This was a great adventure for me on the first thing that I pretty much built on the property next to the generator shack that used to be over there. But I've been toying with the idea of getting rid of the hens for a while now. And I'm just not set up to do it right. I lost a lot of birds because I can't really heat the coop. But I think going down the road, when I build a bigger stand-up coop, it'll be much different. I'll be laid out a lot better to do it. And the birds will be a lot better protected than they were. They were healthy, they were happy, they were fine. I think chickens were happy. I don't know how you can really tell. They don't really smile. But they've moved on now. So no more chickens here at my place for now. But I do need to cut a lot of these trees here, and I'll show you why. But part of the reason why I made the decision to do this now as opposed to later is I do need to cut all these dead trees out of here, and I'm probably going to remove just about everything so that I can get that winter sun on those solar panels, but because they're dead trees. So if I would have cut these trees down and kept the hens here, it would have been a smorgasbord for whatever aerial predator wanted to snack on them. So that's another reason for the chickens going now. Anyway, that's going to do it this week. I am Sean in Alaska. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. We'll get busy on some more projects again next week.